Hello, hello, hello. For those of you who will be watching me live, I want to say thank you for coming in today. And for those of you that will watch the replay, I want to say thank you for joining in. I want to talk to you about the IELTS exam that many of you are positioning yourselves to take. There are several things I want to tell you about the IELTS exam. I've talked about this again and again and again. So I'm going to talk to you about the IELTS exam some more. I want you to keep in mind, those of you who are taking the TOEFL or any of those something like the CAE exam or the English proficiency exam, some of the same things that I'm saying about the IELTS exam will apply to you. The examiner is looking for specific things. That one thing that the examiner is looking for is fluency. Excuse me, I'm not sure where it's like a dust of particles came across my face, and it's back. Oh, so you know that this is live because you can't do this on video and be able to erase it, because I can't erase it. In order for me to erase it, I would have to end this broadcast or this live stream. I have one person watching me right now, and I want to invite this individual to type in the chat box below your name and the country in which you are visiting me, and I will give a shout out to your country. My name is Dr. Priscilla. I am a native English speaker, and I live in the United States. One might ask, what are my credentials for teaching and talking about the IELTS or any English proficiency exam? I want to point out that I have worked with many international students to help them pass the IELTS exam, and I'm confident in my abilities that I too will be able to help you. The first thing that I would need to know is, have you had the exam before? What were your strong points? What were your weak points? And where would you like to start? Would you like to have one class a week, two classes a week, three classes a week, or a class every day? And then how many minutes would you like those classes? What I'm presenting to you now hopefully will be chock full of information that you can find useful. If you listen to the rhythm of my voice, there are certain things that you must have in your delivery to get the highest possible score. So you might want to take on as a challenge the opportunity to learn phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs, just so you'll know what they are immediately, think of two words together, such as take on. That is a phrasal verb. There are other phrasal verbs that consist of more than two words. But if you understand the two-word phrasal verbs, this is going to give you credibility in your ability to speak English with some measure of fluency, because English speaking people, native English speaking people, use phrasal verbs all the time. It is something that we use to get over on any exam. Get over is a phrasal verb. So we use it to accomplish the goals that we are trying to overcome or to obtain. All right. So just remember that phrasal verbs are very important. If you would, type down below, if you're watching the replay, I'd like for you to type several phrasal verbs below so that I know that you understand what it is that I'm asking you to do, and that is to write down a phrasal verb or several phrasal verbs. An example of a phrasal verb is turn off. I'm going to turn off the light. I'm going to shut off the light. Shut off. Close out is a phrasal verb. Do you get it? Great. Now, again, thank you so much for joining me live today as I continue to talk with you about tips for passing the IELTS exam. Other important things on the IELTS exam would be your ability to speak in complex sentences. A complex sentence is just two short sentences put together without the periods. Let me think about a complex sentence. I love to go shopping. That's a period at the end of shopping. I love to go shopping and buy sophisticated items such as, what is a sophisticated item? Earrings, glasses. That makes my sentence complex. I love to go shopping and purchase sophisticated items such as earrings and glasses. Thank you so much for joining me live. It makes it so much more interesting when my conversation with my English language learners becomes a dialogue. If it's a monologue, it's only when I'm talking and there's no activity going on. But I'm offering you, the two of you that are watching right now, to write something in the chat box so that I can respond to it, and it makes this session a lot more interesting. So tell me where you're from, type your name, and then I will say hello to you as well. I will type something in the dialog box first, just in case you're not familiar as to where that box is. And participants. And well, for some reason, my box is not opening. And why is that? Why is it not opening? I don't know. I don't know why it isn't opening. But I will continue. I'm going to go now and send this message to my Facebook group to see if anyone is there and would like to join me live in the Facebook group while I'm waiting for you all to make a comment. So we've talked about phrasal verbs. Knowing what a phrasal verb is, it is very important that you include a phrasal verb in your conversation, in your response to what the examiner has asked you to do. Okay, please join Dr. Priscilla live now on YouTube. And here's the link. All right, so there it is. And I hope a few people will join me here on YouTube. But if not, it's okay too. So I'll continue to talk to the ones that are here. And again, I'm very happy that you are here. And again, I'm very happy that you are here again. Oops, I can't play both of them at the same time. And let's go out of that. All right, so, and welcome, welcome, welcome. We now have several more people joining us live. I'm Dr. Priscilla. I am the CEO and founder of Speak Excellent English. I am your professional coach, and today, actually it is 11:22 p.m. in the US. I'm talking to you about the IELTS exam. If you have a specific question that you'd like to ask, please post it and I will happily answer it for you if I can. I want to tell you also that many of my students will say that they have been instructed or it has been suggested that they study these vocabulary words to make sure that they have a wealth of academic vocabulary words to use when they go for the speaking part of the exam. I'm going to make it easy for you and tell you exactly how you can determine if you're using an academic word, and it doesn't have to be one from the book. If the academic vocabulary word that you want to use has 3 or more syllables, you can be sure that you are using academic vocabulary. Now, this is not to say that there is not a 2-syllable academic word, because there are. But we want to be absolutely sure that you are hitting the nail on the head by using academic vocabulary. So if it's 3 syllables, you have met the criteria. Did you notice that I used an idiom? Hit the nail on the head. Say that with me. Hit the nail on the head. That means to make a point. Hit the nail on the head. That means you did something correctly. So if you want to hit the nail on the head, be sure to use academic vocabulary, which is 3-syllable words. This will give you those extra points that you need to get the score that you need to pass that exam. So I've given you 3 things: phrasal verbs, academic vocabulary, and an idiom. I'm going to stop here now since there isn't any questions, and perhaps I'll come back tomorrow. I'd like to invite you to please subscribe to my channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel, so that you will know when I go live. I also have a Facebook group. I'd like to invite you to join the Facebook group, and please, please, please be an active participant on the Facebook page. It has no value to you if you're just going to be a silent and quiet listener or a silent and quiet participant. Let us grow together. Let us learn together as we reach our goal. You are helping me reach my goal, and I'm helping you reach your goal. Ask me questions, and I will try to answer those. That will make it interactive. I love to have the interaction, and I love to do the videos that will be of value to you at some point. All right, then. There aren't any questions. Thank you so much for watching with me live. Those of you who will watch me as the replay, please leave responses for phrasal verb. Give me an example. Give me an example of an academic vocabulary word. And finally, please give me an example of an idiom. Until next time, I'm Dr. Priscilla, native English speaker living in the U.S. I look forward to interacting with you again. Bye for now, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.